Hello, and thanks for stopping by my channel to check out my pantry makeover. Here is a look at my pantry cabinet. It's just a tall end unit, two-door cabinet. It is very narrow but deep. And here is a look at the inside. I did install drawers a few years back to try to create a little bit more function to the space because it is narrow with deep shelves. But that's as far as the organization went in this space. As you can see here, the shelves were just stuffed. We were just kind of placing things in there on top of each other, and I had no idea what was on hand when things were low and really couldn't find anything. So it was time to get this space organized and really functioning well for us. And I didn't want to fall into that trap of just going out to buy a bunch of expensive containers hoping that would solve my problem. I started by pulling out all of the containers that I did have already that I've purchased over the years, and to that I added a couple boxes of mason jars. And mason jars are great because they are designed to keep food fresh, they are inexpensive, and they come in a variety of sizes. After washing all of my jars and containers, I left those to dry, grabbed a huge basket, and emptied everything out of the pantry. After clearing everything out of the pantry, it was time to give it a good deep clean. I started out by vacuuming all of the shelves to get rid of any little food pieces, and then I followed up by scrubbing everything down with an all-purpose cleaner. And here's a look at the shelves, all nice and clean. And this is the pile of all of the things that I pulled out of the pantry, minus anything that was expired that I got rid of. Next, I laid out all of my jars to get ready to fill them, and this was the funnest part for me. I don't know why it was so satisfying filling up all of these jars. I guess it was because I could start to see the organization come into place, and knowing that eventually I'd be able to see exactly what I had, what was low, what I needed to pick up. I was just so excited to get to this point. And if you're familiar with mason jars, you know that they come standard with metal lids. I found these plastic lids at Walmart and they work really well on these jars. And after I was done filling everything, I just labeled a few jars that I didn't want anyone else to confuse for something else. And once that was done, here is a look at everything all filled up, organized, ready to go back into the pantry. And now I'm just adding everything back into the pantry, starting with the upper cabinet. This is also the tallest shelf, and so I'm going in with all of those large containers and the large mason jars for this shelf. And now I'm getting started on the lower part of the cabinet, and this is the section with the pull-out drawers. And I tried to keep some things kind of categorized, but also just put the containers where they could fit on each shelf. And from there, I just continued adding items to each drawer until I had everything put away and was satisfied with how it all looked. All right, and with that, I am finished. So here is one more look at the before. And here's the after. I am so pleased with how the space turned out. I think it looks beautiful, but most importantly, it is functional now. I even have room to add more things and still keep it organized. I love that I have everything in its place. This is probably my favorite drawer. This houses all of my baking items, which is something that I love to do with my little ones. And just having it organized makes meal planning and cooking so much easier now. All right, and that is it for this pantry organization and makeover video. I hope you enjoyed it enough to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe to my channel before leaving. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in another one. Bye.